While we remain standing, the opening prayer, second stanza of the national anthem. Together we pray. O God of creation, direct our noble cause. Guide our leaders right. Help our youth the truth to know. In love and honesty to grow. And living just and true. Great lofty heights attain. To build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen. You may kindly be seated, please. Before we begin the event proper, I'd like to invite to the stage the National Chairman of the Nigerian Institution of Safety Engineers, Engineer Akanigene Edet Ekong, to give us health and safety briefings. Engineer Edet Ekong, please. Please give him a round of applause as he makes his way forward. Thank you.
So my name is Shion Falui. I am the new National Chairman of the Nigerian Institution of Safety Engineers. So even though we have been using this hall for very long, many of us are very familiar, but there may be some that are new, and so it's always good practice to have a safety moment. It's also to advise, in case there's a fire, what will happen will be there'll be a fire alarm. It's a very strident siren, so you cannot miss it. When it does sound, please do not panic. What you need to do is get up and walk. There are first responders, there are trained fire people that the facilities have appointed, and there are fire extinguishers all around, so there will be no need to panic. What we need to do is go out the nearest exit. So for those ones at the back, please go out to the back. For those ones who are towards the front, the emergency exits just to the front. So please walk out and make your way to the fountain. That will be the muster point that we'll be using for our event for today. For those also in the gallery, there are a few. Please go down the steps. Just walk down the steps and go out to the fountain as well. If the emergency is of a medical nature, there is a health station just outside. As you are coming in, you may have seen it to the right. There are doctors that are there, trained health professionals, and you can have it attended to. Though we hope everybody that has prescription medication has used it this morning, so there will be no such emergencies. For those that are of a more personal emergency, the conveniences are outside. If you go out the main entrance, to the right and to the left, there are male and female toilets. But still in Nigeria, there's no transgender toilet, so males should use the male and females use the females. There are also safety points that the Nigerian Institution of Safety Engineers would like to share with all of us. So something that has happened with the world since COVID is that COVID has changed the way we work. More people are using technology for their meetings, there are more virtual meetings, and it has also introduced a significant amount of health hazards. Young people are now experiencing eye strain, back pain, and general deterioration of wellness. Well, the health tips that we want to share from the safety division are, for the eye strains, it is suggested that if you are using a laptop or a desktop, please get a screen so that it can shield the blue eyes. A lot of people are just staring at their screens for the virtual meetings and conferences, and they're not getting up. If it is a laptop or a personal handheld device, then it is also suggested that you should do the 20-20-20 rule. That is that every 20 minutes, please look up for 20 seconds, 20 meters into the distance. Every 20 minutes, look 20 meters into the distance for 20 seconds before you come back to reduce the eye strain. For the back pain, we also suggest that try and be more intentional about your ergonomics. A lot of people are hunched over their phone, over their tablets, they're not sitting up straight. So try and sit up straight. You can get a laptop stand, you can get an elevating table, and you can get an ergonomic chair. For those ones that is a general deterioration of wellness, it's because we're not moving around as much as we used to pre-COVID. Before we would walk around to have meetings, but now we just sit and the meetings are back to back. Well, it is also suggested be intentional about your wellness as well. So every 2 or 3 hours, whether you're having a virtual meeting or not, every 2 or 3 hours, please get up and do some aerobics or exercise, walk around for 5 minutes and then maybe come back. Then that way you'll be able to protect your wellness. Well, on that note, we want to say once again, welcome to the investiture of our 34th president. Welcome to the investiture of our first female president, a woman that is an Amazon. Welcome, and do have a safe program.
Thank you so much, the National Chairman of the Nigerian Society of Engineer Safety Division, NI Safety. Please, let's put our hands together for him once again. Thank you. As my beloved sister earlier said, I want to join voices with her to say welcome to all of you once again to this very epoch-making event of the investiture of the 31st President of the great and honorable the Nigerian Society of Engineers. For our very distinguished guests who are here, for your information, 65 years ago, a group of young engineers in Nigeria came together in order to meet the need to bridge the gap between professionalism and just unregulated practice, to be able to bring engineers under one umbrella to ensure professionalism, and all that to also ensure adequate involvement of engineers in the matter of infrastructural development of this country, engineering-wise. And then they formed the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, from that time till now, the Nigerian Society of Engineers have had presidents in succeeding order of 2 years tenure, and of course 4 years from the time of deputy presidency, which makes you a president-elect. A very fantastic leadership model, which we recommend for other professional bodies in Nigeria and of course the nation as a whole. And then it has come down to this level, ladies and gentlemen, where we are having for the very first time a female engineer, fantastic female engineer, becoming the president and chairman in council of the great and honorable the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Please, I beg you, that applause is quite not loud enough. I want it to sound loud that it will be able to pull this through if possible. I saw women clapping louder. Oh yes. Special. Yeah, please go on. Thank you. And then of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is exemplary of the fact that the engineers in Nigeria continues to set good example for the entire country, and of course particularly professional bodies to emulate. This is why we're here. May I, on behalf of my very noble team, recognize some very key personalities who are in our midst and who will be playing some very key role at the course of this event. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we recognize the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, GCFR. Please, let's put our hands together for him as we anticipate his arrival at the course of this event. We also recognize our very own, the Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, FNSC. We wish to recognize, oh yes, the President of the Senate, who is actually the keynote speaker at this event, His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Goodwill Akpabio. Please, let's put our hands together. He is ably represented at this event by the Deputy President of the Nigerian Senate, His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Barau Jibril, CON. We wish to recognize the Speaker of the House of Representatives, His Excellency Right Honorable Abbas Tajuddin. Please, let's put our hands together. And then, of course, we recognize our very dear friend, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Engineer, I beg you, Right Honorable Benjamin Okezie Kalu. Please, let's put our hands together. Particularly, I see the Chief of Staff to the Deputy Senate President assuring us that the Deputy Senate President will be joining us at this event, definitely. Thank you, Mr. John, a dear friend and a colleague. Thank you, sir. I'd like to recognize the presence of all the governors who, or rather, the would-be presence of all the governors whom we are expecting to be at this event today. I was reliably informed that the Executive Governor of Oyo State, His Excellency Governor Oluwaseyi Makinde, is in the building. Please, let's put, he's very much around. Please, let's put our hands together for him. Thank you, Your Excellencies, for coming. Thank you, all the other governors whom we are expecting to join us at the course of this event. Like the governors of Borno State, our very own Engineer Babagana Zulum, we do expect that he joins us, because I can't see him at the moment at the course of the event. I'd like to recognize the governor of Nasarawa State, governor of Kaduna State, Distinguished Senator Obasani, governor of Plateau State, governor of Bauchi State, governor of Ondo, and of course, Rivers State. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I very quickly recognize all the distinguished senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria present, all the members of the House of Representatives present, all the ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, particular mention our host minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Ezenwo Yesom Mwike. Please, let's put our hands together. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to at this point recognize very specially now, and I would like to hear such thunderous noise as I heard before. You may wish to make it louder. I will be more glad. For the President and Chairman in Council of the great and honorable, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Margaret Aina Oguntala, FNSC. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's put our hands together for her. She is the Erelu of NSC. She is the Erelu of the whole wide world. She is the mother of the modern engineering, as has been acclaimed of her by especially young engineers across the country. She enjoys the love and goodwill of all Nigerian engineers. Ladies and gentlemen, her reign started way back from the days she was Vice President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. And today, it is just a thing of joy. You can see it evident in the number of people we are seeing here and those who will be joining us at the course of the event. And of course, in the genuine smile beaming through the faces, beautiful faces and handsome faces that we have at this hall today. We do celebrate and congratulate you, Mrs. President Ma. Behind every successful woman, Of course, you know there is a man who is a pillar of support, and that is her husband, who is also an engineer. One would say no wonder. When you have an engineer get married to an engineer, one of them should become a president. And of course, that is what has happened today. Distinguished guests, please join me and welcome Engineer Theophilus Ademola Oguntala. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Very quickly, may I recognize May I recognize the immediate past president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, who is seated with his spouse as well, Engineer Tasiu Saad Gidare Wudil, FNSC. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much to the great leader who led excellently and is able to have a successor today, because in leadership you do not achieve success until you have produced a successor successfully. Thank you, the IPC. I'd like to recognize the President of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, Koren, Engineer S.Z. Abubakar. Please put your hands together for him. The Deputy President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, also seated here, Engineer Ali Masuya Rabiu, FNSC, MFR, MNI. Please put your hands together for him. May I recognize the Vice President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and all the National ESCO members. Distinguished guests, at this point, I'd like to invite my colleague to take some part of the protocol list, and I shall return to continue. We do sincerely apologize. The protocol list would actually take time for us to reel out because it is deserving of so. Thank you. May I request for a musical interlude, and we shall return in just a few minutes.
once again. Ah, MC, inaugural of many colors. Every piece was cool, and I hit it on the floor, and it was way up in the floor. On the floor, they rocks together. So every piece would go, ship bar, cool with many colors. And I was so proud.
Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to very respectfully acknowledge the presence with us this morning of the Deputy Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Barau Jibrin. Please give him a round of applause. That is well deserving of a Deputy Senate President. Thank you very much. Moving on very quickly, Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is a tradition of the Nigerian Society of Engineers that the President still stands as the President of the Association until he hands over to the incoming President. On that note, without further ado, I would like to very respectfully acknowledge the presence of Engineer Tasiu Gidari-Udil, the President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Please give him a round of applause. And before he became President, we also have past presidents of the Nigerian Society of Engineers here present. So in the right order, I would like to recognize the presidents that are here with us, past presidents that are here with us. I'd like to start by recognizing those of them that were around. It is a good thing that we honor every one of them because they've done incredibly well, and it is because of them that we're all gathered here today. So I'd like to start by introducing the pioneer president of this great association, which was instituted 65 years ago, Engineer Chief G.O. Iwerioba, FNSC OFR. He was president in 1958. Please, as I recognize them, give them a deserving round of applause. I'm going to just take a run through their names. Those of them that are present, you can just wave and let us know that you're here, and we'll welcome you very properly. Next up, we have Engineer Chief Adeni Williams, FNSC. He was president from 1959 to 1962. Please, a round of applause. We also have Engineer S.O. Williams, FNSC. He was the president of NSE from 1963 to 1965. We also have Engineer J.C. Egbunu, FNSC. He was the president of NSE from 1966 to 1967. We have Engineer Chief S.O. Fada Hussein, FNSC. He was the president from 1968 to 1969. We have Engineer Obi Obembe, FNSC. He was the president from 1970 to 1971. Engineer Dr. S.O. Meshida, FNSC. He was the president from 1972 to 1973. We have Engineer C.S.O. Akande, FNSC. He was the president from 1974 to 1975. We have Engineer Teju Oye Oyeleye, FNSC. He was the president from 1978 to from 1976 to 1977. We have Engineer Ima Igehon, FNSE. He was the president from 1978 to 1979. We have Engineer O. Olu Began, FNSE. He was the president from 1980 to 1981. We have Engineer P.B. Oyebolu, FNSE. He was the president from 1982 to 1983. We have Engineer M.N.A. Manafa, FNSE. He was the president in 1984. We have Engineer A.O. Faluyi, FNSE. He was the president from 1985 to 1986. We have Engineer Ife Akintunde, FNSE. He was the president from 1987 to 1988. We have Engineer I.K. Inua of blessed memory, FNSE, OFR. He was the president from 1989 to 1990. We have Engineer Dr. E.A. Sholubi, FNSE. He was the president from 1991 to 1992. We have Engineer Y.I. Maduka, FNSE, OFR. He was the president from 1993 to 1994. We have Engineer Dr. O. Ajayi, FNSE. He was the president in 1995. We have Engineer Dr. EJS Ujaman, FNSE. He was the president from 1996 to 1997. We have Engineer C.M. Banefo, FNSE. He was the president from 1998 to 1999. We have Engineer H.A. Gumel, FNSE, OON. He was the president from 2000 to 2001. We have Engineer E.A. Somolu, FNSE. He was the president from 2002 to 2003. We have Engineer M. Bulama, FNSE, OON of blessed memory. He was the president from 2004 to 2005. And who's coming now?
But they said we should stop these ones that are not here. Okay. Recognize only people that are here. But
How will I know?
Which one? Who should be? Which
Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to very respectfully acknowledge the arrival of the Executive Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Oluwaseyi Makinde, FNSE, and I would like to also recognize Executive Governor, yes. I'd like to very respectfully recognize the Executive Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Oluwaseyi Makinde, FNSE. Your Excellency, sir, we very warmly welcome you and we're delighted to have you here at this epoch-making event. Please give him a well-deserving round of applause. Thank you. I'd like to also continue with the recognitions. We'll be done with them very soon. I'd like to also recognize Engineer Dr. E.M. Eze, FNSE, OFR. He was president from 2006 to 2007. I'd like to also recognize Engineer Kashim Abdul Ali, FNSE, MNI, FNG. He was the president from 2008 to 2009. We welcome you, sir. I'd like to also very respectfully acknowledge the arrival of the Executive Governor of Ondo State, His Excellency Lucky Orimi-san Aye Datiwa. Please give him a round of applause. We welcome you, Your Excellency, sir, and we are most delighted to have you grace this occasion with your presence. Thank you, sir. I'd like to also recognize Engineer Chief O.A. Ajibola, FNSE. He was president from 2010 to 2011. I'd like to also recognize Engineer M.B. Shehu, FNSE, FNG. I'm the president of the World Federation of Engineering Organizations. He was president from 2012 to 2013. We're delighted to have you here with us, sir. Welcome. I'd like to also recognize Engineer A.I. Olorunfemi, FNSE, who was president from 2014 to 2015. I'd like to also recognize Engineer Otis Oliver T. Anyeji, FNSE, who was president from 2016 to 2017. I'd like to also acknowledge Engineer Adekunle Mokolo, FNSE. He was president from 2018 to 2019. I'd like to also recognize Engineer Babagana Mohammed, FNSE. He was president from 2020 to 2021. And lastly, I would like to recognize Engineer Tasil S. Gidari Wudil, FNSE, president from 2002 till this moment. Please give him a resounding applause. Representing the Executive Governor of Lagos State, I'd like to very respectfully acknowledge Engineer Olufemi Daramola, Special Advisor to the Governor on Infrastructure. Please give him a round of applause. On that note, Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor and privilege to welcome up for his welcome address the immediate past president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Tasil Saad Gidari Wudil, FNSE. Please give him a befitting round of applause as he makes his way forward for the welcome address. Please let's make our applause louder. Can we make it better? Keep clapping until he gets here. Thank you very much, Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
The representative of the Senate President, now Senator, the President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Mrs. Margaret Aino Oguntala, FNSE, the executive governors here present, our own Engineer Sheyi Makinde, FNSE, please allow me to use the first name, Your Excellencies. I don't want to butcher your name. And it is traditional that anybody with that name is always lucky. Your Excellency, Lucky, the representatives of the Governor of Lagos State, Plateau State, Nasarawa State, my apology, I can see the representative of the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, one of our own fellow, Alhaji Kashim Shettima, the representative of our Minister of Water, Minister of Niger Delta Development, our own Engineer Abubakar Momo, FNSE, the President of the World Federation of Engineering Organizations, Engineer MB Shehu. Please, I must be selfish here. I must recognize my KBC, the Jagun of Ileoluje. I happen to be his chief. In fact, for those who know the tradition of the Yoruba, when you say Boba Shelu, you know what it means. So we are very close to the Oba himself. I'm happy to have you here, sir. Other traditional rulers present, the Deputy President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer A.A. Rabiu, FNSE, FAH, my wife, Haja Umma Garba Aminu. Sometimes she's always addressed here as Aisha. So her name is Umma Garba Aminu. Past presidents here, especially the chairman of BOT, who happens to be my boss until last year. And now I've stepped aside. I still remain loyal. Fellows of the society, ESCO members, who are my colleagues now, because I'm still in the ESCO. I am the last person to be called on the ESCO list. My ESCO members, fellows of the society, international delegates present here. I also have the president of FAEO, Engineer Kazawadi, immediate past president, Engineer Mrs. Kalin, presidents of Kenya, Ghana, Burkina Faso, and all the president of EXA, all other international delegates, members, and other guests, you are welcome. I took this time to build this so that you don't spend time on it. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this historic occasion. The first. This is the first time you are going to have a female president. She is the first deputy president of NSE as a female. The first deputy president to act president. Because we had issues. When I was traveling, I sent out message that she's going to act, and some people raised issues. But the memo is very clear. When the president is not around, the deputy president acts on his behalf. So she was the first to act. In fact, I was somewhere when she called me for something, and I told her, Madam, you are responsible. I am on vacation. I'm happy today, we had our first ESCO meeting, the shortest ESCO meeting. She chaired the meeting and we finished it in record time. That tells you she has been groomed. So she's also the first to bring all this cream of people here. I'm very happy to welcome you to this occasion. And please don't forget that I'm also first. I will be the first to hand over to a female president. So I have gone into records also. So I assure you, Madam President, as you are used to Mr. President for 65 years, so you have to learn to call Madam President. And I assure you, Madam President is going to reel out what she's going to do in the next 2 years and beyond. Because from what I have seen, there has been continuation of what we have been doing together. I have enjoyed her company. She has been guiding, disagreeing and agreeing with me most of the time, and at the end we agree. 99% of the progress we recorded during our time, she has so much input in them. And I believe the incoming Deputy President will do the same. She has given me all the support I needed. I have had Deputy Presidents that were manipulating presidents, vice presidents not to sign checks. But I have never had meeting with any group when I was president. She was the one holding meeting with all the groups. That tells you how we worked. And I assure you, Madam President, as immediate past president, answerable to you in the ESCO, I will do my best to support you and pay you in double. It's my pleasure. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to this occasion. You are part of history. All of you will put it on record that I was there when the first female president of NSE was sworn in. So you are welcome.
Can we give him a more deserving round of applause, please? Thank you very much. We'd like to acknowledge our online viewers, wherever you are viewing from. We acknowledge you and would like you to know that we are delighted to have you join us on this event. On that note, I'd like to kindly appeal to the cameramen and the videographers. You have to do that from an angle. Work from an angle. You are blocking the view of our online viewers, and so they are not able to view us. If you're sitting on the stage, please stand up. You're not allowed. This program is live, and won't allow anyone to sit on the stage. If you are not an official photographer or videographer, please quietly walk away from the stage. Please take your views from the angle. So do that right away. Thank you very much. I'd like to take a few announcements before we proceed. I'd like to acknowledge with us the presence of Brigadier General O.S. Obot. He's representing the Chief of Defense Intelligence, Major General P.A. Udiandeye. Please give him a round of applause. We welcome you, sir. We're delighted to have you. We're also having our midst this morning Air Commodore H.S. Ahmed. He's representing the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Bala Abubakar. We acknowledge your presence and we're delighted to have you here with us. Welcome. We'd like to also recognize...
Do something.
Okay. I'll take a break and allow the immediate past president to perform a quick assignment. Thank you, sir.
On a sober note, please, I would like to request that we are going to take 2 minutes. First 1 minute, we are going to have that minute silence in honor of our past president, Engineer P.B. Oyebolu, who has gone beyond and is yet to be buried. So we have to please can we stand and give 1 minute silence in the honor of Engineer P.B. Oyobolu? May the soul of our past president, Engineer P.B. Oyobolu, rest in perfect peace. Please remain standing. We are recognizing our own people that died in Ibadan. We are going to have a 1 minute silence in their honor. May the souls of all those who lost their lives in the accident in Ibadan and elsewhere rest in perfect peace. Thank you.
I'll carry on with the recognitions. I'd like to also respectfully recognize the presence of Major General Gabriel Ochigbano. He's representing the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa. Please give him a round of applause. Thank you. I'd also like to recognize General Olu Okunowo, retired. He's representing the Chairman, Senate Committee, Navy, His Excellency, Senator Engineer Otumba Benga Daniels. Please give him a welcoming round of applause. I'd like to also acknowledge with us this morning the first female Accountant General of the Federation, Dr. Mrs. Oluwatoyin Sakirat, Madian FCA. Please give her a round of applause. We welcome you, Ma, and we're delighted to have you here with us. Moving on very quickly, it is my... Okay, we'll take a very short musical interlude as I return for the next agenda on our program. Thank you. Akoko dancers, let's have your presentation, please. Thank you. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ adúláwọ̀. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo adúláwọ̀. Amèdè kọ́lẹ̀ lẹ̀ mama ìyálídé o.
Ọmọ ṣàkókò yègbó yègbó owó jẹ́ lọ́ka o. Ọmọ ìdẹ́kọ̀lẹ́ làwọn ọmọ ya ní. Ìyá lọ́mọ Ondo State. Ìyá lọ́mọ lókà ló fẹ́. Àkókò nílẹ̀ òbí ajé lọ́ka o. Mo kí bàbá mi ayé dá tiwa. Mo ké bàbá mi Ṣèyí Mákindé. Yẹ́yẹ́ mi àìná o. Òrosòro là o, ajé bàbá rẹ̀ o. Àó àó àó. Yàrá náà ni o, eré pẹ̀lẹ́ mọ́. Àó àó àó. Yàrá náà ni o, eré pẹ̀lẹ́ mọ́. Eré kẹrẹ àkọ́kọ́ yàrá àríyá. Yẹ́mi Ọlọ́sùn. Ọlọ́sùn rọ́lá gbéra lẹ́kọ́ dédé. Yẹ́yẹ́ mi Ọlọ́sùn o. Ọlọ́sùn owó jẹ́ lọ́ka. Ọlọ́sùn mo kẹ́ sí alẹ́gbẹ̀rún gbẹ̀fà o. Mo kẹ́ sí alígbèjẹ gbẹ̀jọ o. Ọmọ ṣàkókò yìgbó yègbó. Ọmọ kàrúfẹ́ onígbẹ̀rúkú máa gbé. Ayé àó àó àó. Yàrá náà ni ò eré pẹ̀lẹ́ mọ́. Ẹ̀rọ kẹrin ọ̀nà àkọ́kọ́ ọ̀yá ọmọ ayẹyẹ. Ọmọ ìyá èrè o. Ọmọ ìyá èrè. Ọmọ ìyá èrè o. Ọmọ ìyá èrè o. Ọmọ ìyá èrè lóde. Ọmọ ìyá èrè o. Ọmọ ìyá èrè o. Ọmọ ìyá èrè o. Ọmọ ìyá èrè lóde. Ọmọ ìyá èrè o. Ọmọ ìyá èrè lóde. Ọmọ ìyá èrè o. Ọmọ ìyá èrè o. Ìyá èrè lóde. Ọmọ ìyá èrè o. Ìyá èrè lóde. Oyígbọ́lọ́kù o. Ọ̀fẹ́ kẹ̀ òyìnbó. Oyígbọ́lọ́kù o. Oyígbọ́lọ́kù o. Oyígbọ́lọ́kù o. Oyígbọ́lọ́kù o. Oyígbọ́lọ́kù o. Bàmí Mákindé o. Àkúrẹ́ wa wí kí mi yá kí ẹ lọ. Màmá gbòòrè mi dà o. Oyígbọ́lọ́kù o. Ọ̀nà òjè mẹ́kù wá wí kí mi yá kí ẹ lọ. Àkúrẹ́ lọ́mí mẹ́jọ àgbèjèjì lọ́nà. Àlàkàtí pé aláwọ̀ tó bí ẹ bọ́. Ayé mẹ́sàkúrẹ́ kí màmá lọ́nà. Lákàwùlé yé rá. Ọmọkùnrin kí tó bò gbàgàdà gbẹ́rẹ́. Mọ̀ṣú òye wo jí ló ka o. Mọ̀ṣú òye wo jí ló ka o. Mọ̀ṣú òye wo jí ló ka o. Bàmí Mákindé mọ́ kí ọ. Ayé dá ti wá o. Ayé dá ti wá o. Gómìnà Ondo ayé dá ti wá. Gómìnà Ondo State mọ́ kí ọ. Òyìnbó lọ́kù o. Òyìnbó lọ́kù o. Òyìnbó lọ́kù o. Òyìnbó lọ́kù o. Bàmí ayé dá ti wá. Mo gbé sálé gbẹ̀rún gbẹ̀fà dábọ̀. Yájẹ́ mi lígbèjẹ́ gbẹ̀jẹ́. Òyìnbó lọ́kù o. 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 Kàdìyà kàdìyà ọmọ àkókò kàdìyà o. Ọmọ àkókò kàdìyà. Kàdìyà àkókò kàdìyà o. Kàdìyà àkókò kàdìyà o. Ọmọ àkókò olókè méjì takọ́tà o. Kàdìyà o. Kàdìyà kàdìyà ọmọ àkókò kàdìyà. Ọmọ àkókò kàdìyà o. Àkókò kàdìyà o. Ọmọ àkókò kàdìyà. Àkókò kàdìyà o. Ọmọ àkókò kàdìyà. Orí òkè mọ́mọ́ ti wà o. Orí òkè mọ́mọ́ ti wà o. Yeye mi àìná o. Yeye mi àìná. Margaret mo kí ọ o. Òkètèrèyè. Margaret mo kí ọ. Òkètèrèyè òde. Kábíyèsí àwọn olóyè. Òkètèrèyè òde. Kábíyèsí àwọn olóyè. Òkètèrèyè òde. Òpópó mọ̀jà mo kí ọ. Òkètèrèyè òde. Ọmọlókè kó gboge gígùn. Òkètèrèyè òde. Ọmọ àkókò yìgbó yìgbó. Òkètèrèyè òde. Mo mà ti wá o. Òkètèrèyè òde. Mo mà ti wá o. Mo ti wá o. Mo mà ti wá o. Òkètèrèyè òde. Òmèlè gbẹ̀ ọdún kan lẹ́mẹ̀rẹ̀ gbẹ́ o. sí ọwọ́ òròyè mo kí ọ o. Òbílí gbẹ orúkọ rẹ̀ mẹ́rọ gbẹ o. Ayé lẹ́yìn o máa jòdì o. Ayé lẹ́yìn. Ayé lẹ́yìn máa jòdì o. Ayé lẹ́yìn o máa jòdì o. Ayé lẹ́yìn o máa jòdì o. Ayé lẹ́yìn. Ayé lẹ́yìn o máa jòdì o. Ayé lẹ́yìn o. Ayé lẹ́yìn o máa jòdì o. Ayé lẹ́yìn o máa jòdì o. Ayé lẹ́yìn o máa jòdì o. Aládùn òní òye o. Abalẹ̀ gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé bẹ́ẹ̀ ní tèrè o. Bọ́sù òye o. Bọ́sù òye o. Gómìnà Mákindé o. Òye lákàúlẹ̀ yẹrẹ o. Yẹrẹ o. Lákàúlẹ̀ yẹrẹ o. Ṣèyí Mákindé owó ṣeré. Ọ̀rẹ́ kò ṣe àwọn ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ nù ara nínú ṣe sí o. Òyèrè òye o. Ṣèyí Mákindé owó ṣẹ́ náà ká o. Ṣèyí Mákindé owó ṣẹ́ náà ká o. Bàbá ayé dá ti wá o. Odidi ọmọ owó kò kalẹ̀ o. Yeye bẹ àìná o. Òrọ́sùrò làjẹ́ bàbá rẹ̀ o. Owó ṣẹ́ náà ká o. Àkókò ikí o. Àkókò nílẹ̀ obì. Àkókò nílẹ̀ obì o. Kòkó kákákákáká. Àkókò ọmọ nílẹ̀ obì o. 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 Ọmọ nílẹ̀ obì o yẹmi àyànná o. Àkókò ọmọ nílẹ̀ obì. Àyànná òrọ́sùn o. Ọmọ nílẹ̀ obì o. Ẹ̀jì ni Ọlọ́run bá mi o. Ọmọ nílẹ̀ obì o. Àkókò òwélégèmé o. Ẹ̀jì ni Ọlọ́run bá mi. Àyìnà o. Òrósòrò là. Ajẹ́ bàbàrà. Ẹlẹ́gẹ̀mí o. Ẹlẹ́gẹ̀mé. Ṣèyí Mákindé. Ṣèyí Mákindé. Ṣèyí Mákindé. Àwọn Ọ̀yọ́. Ẹlẹ́gẹ̀mí o. Ẹlẹ́gẹ̀mé. Òdélé alára o. Wo ṣeré o. Wo ṣẹ́ náà ká o. Ẹlẹ́gẹ̀mí o. Òdélé alára o. Ẹgẹ́ bàyà ṣe. Ayọ̀ máa yá ta. Ọ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́rọ̀ mi o. Kò lélẹ̀. Ara rẹ̀ rẹ̀ mi o. Kò lélẹ̀. Ara rẹ̀ rẹ̀ mi o. Kò lélẹ̀. Ara rẹ̀ rẹ̀ mi o. Yeye mi àìná o. Ara rẹ̀ rẹ̀ mi o. Kò lélẹ̀. Ara rẹ̀ rẹ̀ mi o. Ara rẹ̀ rẹ̀ mi o. Kò lélẹ̀. Ọ̀ní màmá ò máa yá bẹ̀rẹ̀ o. Ọ̀ní màmá ò máa yá bẹ̀rẹ̀. Yemi àìná ò máa yá bẹ̀rẹ̀ o. Àìná ò ní màmá ò rọ́sọ̀rọ̀ là o. Màmá ò máa yá bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ọ̀ní màmá ò máa yá bẹ̀rẹ̀ o. Ọ̀ní màmá ò máa yá bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ẹlẹ́gẹ̀mé o. Àìná o. Ẹlẹ́gẹ̀mé. 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 Òdélé alára. Dìde kú ọjọ́. Dìde kú ọjọ́. Dìde kú ọjọ́. Dìde kú ọjọ́. Aramọ tẹ̀tẹ̀ o. Aramọ yá bá mi gègé o. Aramọ tẹ̀tẹ̀ o. Aramọ.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Àjàyí bọ́lá fèsì o. Yẹmi àná yàgbọ́ o. Yẹmi àná ò yàgbọ́ o. Yẹmi àná ò yàgbọ́ o. Yẹmi àná yàgbọ́ o. Èhóni lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Òde lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Òde lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Òde lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Yẹmi àná. Yẹmi àná o. Margaret. Òde lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. òde lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ òde lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ ọmọ àkókò òde lẹ̀ obè àṣà àkókò yìgbó òde lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ òde lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ orí o ṣe é lùkà o màmá jẹ́jẹ́ ṣe é o orí o ṣe mí lùkà o màmá jẹ́jẹ́ ṣe é o orí o ṣe mí lùkà màmá jẹ́jẹ́ ṣe é o orí o ṣe mí lùkà o màmá jẹ́jẹ́ ṣe é o orí o ṣe mí lùkà yẹ́yẹ́ mi àìná o orí o àyànná ló sọ̀rọ̀ dà o ìgàdé orí o ṣe mí lùkà o ṣe wá jẹ́ máa wẹ̀ orí o ṣe mí lùkà olórí aṣọ rẹ̀ mẹ́rẹ̀ kọ́dé o orí o ṣe o màmá jẹ́jẹ́ ṣe mí o orí o ṣe mí lùkà o màmá jẹ́jẹ́ ṣe mí o màmá jẹ́jẹ́ ṣe orí o ṣe mí lùkà o orí o ṣe mí lùkà orí o ṣe mí lùkà òde lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ kókó òde lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ kókó òde lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ kókó jẹ́jẹ́ mi àìná o.
Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. Thank you, we appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Can we give them a round of applause as they exit the stage? Thank you very much. Please give them a round of applause so that they can return to their seats. Thank you. We have to move on. Thank you. Please appreciate them with a resounding applause. That was a wonderful presentation. I was here dancing as well. Thank you. Moving on, I would like to take a few recognitions. The recognitions will go on until the end of today's event. Very quickly, I would like to recognize some royal fathers in our midst this morning. I'd like to recognize Kabiesi Olubaka of Okaland, Oba Dr. Yusuf Adebori Adeleye OON, and his amiable Olori. Please give them a resounding applause. We're delighted to have you, Olori. Welcome, ma. I'd like to also recognize the former Chief of Staff to President Goodluck Jonathan, Brigadier General Retired Jones Arogbofa. You're welcome. We're delighted to have you with us. Senator Robert Boroface OON, thank you for being here with us this morning. We're delighted to have you. We also have the representative of the DG of NTA, Engineer Ije Osagie. We're delighted to have you, Engineer Osagie. We also like to recognize the Pro-Chancellor of Lagos State University of Science and Technology, Professor Rashid Ojikutu Ojikutu. We're delighted to have you. We also have present here the Vice Chancellor of the Lagos State University of Science and Technology, Professor Muyiwa Odu Sanya. We're delighted to have you. Please give him a round of applause. We have the Registrar of the University of Ibadan, Mr. Oke Saliu. Thank you for being here with us. We're delighted to have you. We also have a delegation from Okia Ipepe Association. Please, if you're here, rise for recognition. The delegation from Okia or Ipepe Association. Please rise and wave for recognition. Thank you for being here. We're delighted to have you. We also have the classmates of the incoming president of the society from University of Benin. All of the classmates of Engineer Margaret Aina Gantala FNSE. Please rise for recognition. You can wave so that we can duly recognize you. Please rise and wave so that we can recognize you. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I'm sure you're proud to produce the first female president of this association. Please let your applause be louder. Make it louder so that we'll know how proud you are. Thank you very much and welcome. Thank you for coming. We also have the Ondo State delegation. I'll quickly run through the names of the delegation. Honorable Lucky Orimisang Aye Datiwa is the Executive Governor of Ondo State. We thank you for being here, Your Excellency, sir. thank you so much for being here. Honorable Razak Obe, he's the Commissioner for Energy and Mineral Resources. Thank you for being here, Honorable Commissioner. We appreciate your presence. Honorable Olayato Aribo, Commissioner for Agriculture. We're delighted to have you. Please wave at us and let us recognize you and welcome you properly. Thank you for being here. Pastor Emmanuel Igbasan, Commissioner, Economic Planning and Budget. Please give him a round of applause. Thank you for being here, sir. We welcome you. Engineer Allen Idowu, he's the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Works and Infrastructure. We're delighted to have you. If you're here, please wave at us or stand up for recognition. Thank you. Honorable Alexander Oluremi Ajipe, we're delighted to have you with us here today. I'd like to also recognize Engineer Honorable Dr. Remi Oseni, the Chairman, House Committee on FEMA. Please give him a round of applause. If you are here, please wave and let us recognize you. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. Engineer Ahmed Amshi FNSE, the Chairman, the ex-Chairman, National Assembly Service Commission. Please give him a round of applause. We're delighted to have you here with us today, sir. Thank you. And that'll be all the recognitions we'll take for now. Moving on very quickly. It is my singular honor and privilege to welcome up to the stage to take the citation of His Excellency Senator Godswill Okpabio FNSC, Engineer Precious Onoha. Please give her a round of applause as she comes forward. Thank you.
Please, I would like to invite to the stage the President of the 10th Nigerian Senate, His Excellency Senator Godswill Okpabio, FNSE, ably represented by the Deputy Senate President, His Excellency Barau Jibrin, CON. You're welcome, sir. So I'll be taking an abridged version of his citation. Senator Godswill Okpabio, a very prominent figure in Nigerian politics and the President of the Senate, was born on December 9, 1962, into a highly respected Christian family in Okana, Ikot, Ntwen, in Essien Udim local government area of Akwa Ibom State. His father, a World War XI veteran, died 6 months after he was born. Consequently, he was raised up by his mother, who instilled in him a strong sense of values and integrity. He began his educational journey at Methodist Primary School, Okana, and moved on to the prestigious Federal Government College in Port Harcourt for his secondary education. Here, his leadership potential was acknowledged, and he ultimately was made the General Senior Prefect. Okpabio's passion for public advocacy and his remarkable oratory skills were evident during his years as a student at the University of Calabar. He was elected the Speaker of the Students' Union Parliament, a role that further prepared him for service on a larger scale in the society. Okpabio's exceptional leadership skills has earned him numerous national honors and international awards, including the Commander of the Order of the Niger, CON. He has been the recipient of over 10 honorary doctorate degrees from reputable universities and academic institutions, including the Nigeria Defense Academy. His commitment to infrastructure development and empowerment has been recognized by the Central Bank of Nigeria, and he has been hailed as the most prolific governor by the National Councillors Forum. Godswill Okpabio has unwavering dedication to selfless service, social justice, equity, and good governance. His legacy serves as an inspiration to political associates, friends, and well-wishers, reminding them of the importance of serving the people and striving for a better future. Okpabio is a devoted family man he is married to Ekaite Onoma Akpabio, a remarkable woman known for her work with the Family Life Enhancement Initiative, a non-governmental organization focused on family development. Together, they have been blessed with 4 daughters and a son. Ladies and gentlemen, with a resounding applause, help me welcome for his keynote speech, the President of the 10th Nigerian Senate, His Excellency Senator Goodwill Akpabio, ably represented by the Deputy Senate President, His Excellency Barral Jibrin. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, ably represented by Mr. Sadiq Wanka, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Oyo State, Governor Oluwaseyi Abiodun Makinde, Engineer Oluwaseyi Abiodun Makinde, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ondo State, Honorable Orimisan Aye Datiwa, the distinguished senators that are here, and honorable members of House of Representatives that are here, the Honorable Minister of Niger Delta, Engineer Abubakar Momo, the President and Chairman in Council, Nigeria Society of Engineers, the first female President, Engineer Margaret Aina Oguntala, the immediate past President, and all Executive Committee members of this great body, distinguished engineers, and all other distinguished persons that are here, gentlemen of the press, good morning. Today, I am here to stand for the President of the Senate, Senator Goodwill Akpabio, in this historic event that is meant for the investiture of the first female president of the Nigerian Societies of Engineers. The Senate President will have been here, but for the fact that he's out of Abuja, and so that's why I'm here to represent him. I therefore present his address. Today we find ourselves at a crossroads where the Renew Hope agenda of our esteemed President, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, intersects with the rebate agenda of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. In the midst of this junction stands a man who leads the legislative arm of our government and also a fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. And the man is me. With great optimism and faith, I stand before you today believing that this meeting will not only expand the boundaries of the Renew Hope agenda of the present administration, but also broaden our perspectives. I'm truly grateful for this opportunity to deliver a keynote address on such a critical topic, rebirthing the Nigerian Society of Engineers, rebirthing the Nigerian society of engineering for the growth, empowerment, and advancement of engineering. This occasion holds immense significance as we witness the investiture of Engineer Margaret Aina Oguntala, FNCA, as the 34th president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, the first woman to hold this prestigious position. Let us not underestimate the importance of this milestone. Engineer Oguntala has shattered the glass ceiling for women, achieving something truly remarkable. Today, we celebrate the progress our society has made in promoting gender equality and inclusivity in the field of engineering. Engineer Oguntala's appointment or election serves as a powerful testament to the fact that talent, dedication, and expertise know gender boundaries. It is a clear indication that the Nigerian Society of Engineers recognizes and values the invaluable contributions of women in shaping the future of engineering. The three men have come before her, serving as presidents of this great body. They have worked tirelessly to make the NCE the outstanding professional organization it is today. Let us applaud their efforts. However, the time has come for the Nigerian Society of Engineers to enter the labor room and give birth to a new version of itself. It is only fitting that a mother who knows the pains of giving birth should be in charge of this rebirth. Let us give a resounding applause to Engineer Oguntala. As we embark on this new chapter under the leadership of Engineer Oguntala, it is crucial that we reflect on the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead of our society. Our society, like many others, faces numerous obstacles that hinder our growth and development. However, it's through collective efforts and a shared vision that we can overcome these challenges and pave the way for a brighter future. One area that demands our immediate attention is the enhancement of engineering education and training. We must strive to equip our engineers with the necessary skills and knowledge to compete on a global scale. This can be achieved through partnerships with educational institutions, industry leaders, and professional organizations. By fostering collaboration and knowledge sharing, we can ensure that our engineers are armed with the latest tools and techniques to tackle complex engineering problems. I wholeheartedly agree with Engineer Alarabiu, President of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, who believes that there are 10 million sustainable development goals depends on the production of sufficient engineering capacities to provide infrastructure and sustainable technology. Furthermore, we must address the issue of inadequate infrastructure and technological advancements in our country. Nigeria possesses immense potential for growth and development, but without proper infrastructure, we cannot fully harness this potential. As engineers, it is our responsibility to design and implement sustainable solutions that will drive economic growth, improve the quality of life of our citizens, and create and create an environment conducive to innovation and entrepreneurship. Just take a look at the statistics, and you'll be amazed by the impact Nigerian engineers are making globally. Our engineers are breaking new grounds and leading the way in technological innovation worldwide. The NSE should reach out to Nigerian engineers in diaspora and urge them to respond to the call in our anthem, Nigeria's call. Let them come home and share their skills with us. In addition to infrastructure development, we must also focus on empowering our engineers, especially the younger generation. We need to provide them with mentorship opportunities, access to funding, and platforms for networking and collaboration. By nurturing and supporting our young engineers, we can ensure a seamless transfer of knowledge and expertise, creating a pipeline of future leaders who will continue to drive the growth and advancement of engineering in Nigeria. Lastly, but certainly not least, we must embrace diversity and inclusivity within our profession. The Nigerian Society of Engineers should serve as a beacon of equality, where individuals from all backgrounds and walks of life can come together to contribute their unique perspective and experiences. By fostering an inclusive environment, we can tap into the full potential of our diverse workforce and drive innovation and creativity. I have outlined what needs to be done with the breadth of engineering practice. The good news is that the present administration, under the New Hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, is committed to accomplish all of these and giving Nigeria a prominent place in the engineering community. The federal government is ready to assist in the rebirth of Nigerian Society of Engineers. In fact, the 10th National Assembly is eagerly waiting your arrival in the labor room. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished engineers, the investiture of Engineer Margaret Aina Oguntala as the 34th President of Nigerian Society of Engineers is a momentous occasion that symbolizes the progress we've made as a society. It is a testament of our unwavering commitment to gender equality and inclusivity in engineering. As we embark on this new chapter, let us work together to rebuild the Nigerian Society of Engineering for the growth, empowerment, and advancement of engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished engineers, we can build a stronger, more prosperous Nigeria. Thank you very much for listening.
Can we please make our applause better? Thank you, Your Excellency, sir. We appreciate you. Moving on very quickly, Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you very much for your time. Thank you for waiting until this moment. We are grateful and thank you for tarrying with us. Moving on very quickly, we're going to take the citation of the President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. On that note, it is my singular honor and privilege to welcome up to the stage none other than the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Margaret Aina Oguntala, FNSC. Please give her a more deserving round of applause. Let's make our applause better. Let's make it louder. We keep clapping until she gets here.
Citation of Engineer Margaret Aina Oguntala, President, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE. Margaret Aina Oguntala, affectionately known as Erelu, is an experienced engineer and a trailblazer in her field. Born to the family of Anthony Adeferati and Bernice Ayeni on the 15th of April 1964, she obtained a degree in chemical engineering from the University of Benin, Edo State, Nigeria, in 1986, and has dedicated herself to embodying traits such as diligence, teamwork, excellence, and vision. Erelu is a fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE, and the Nigerian Society of Chemical Engineers. Her professional journey began as a member of the National Youth Service Corps at North Brewery Limited in Kano, where she served as an operator and an assistant process supervisor. Subsequently, she joined Afro International Enterprises Limited, Matori, Lagos in 1988 as a chemical sales executive, steadily ascending to marketing manager. In 1992, she established her own company, Bamsat Nigeria Limited. Initially a chemical sales outfit, Bamsat Nigeria Limited, under Oguntala's watch, has experienced significant growth and diversification into areas such as environmental consultancy, oil and gas services, and fire and safety. The company boasts of a client portfolio that includes prominent entities such as the NNPC, First Bank of Nigeria PLC, Guinness Nigeria PLC, Afe Babalola University, and Alaro Free Trade Zone. From prefect to president, the rise of an engineering juggernaut. Margaret's leadership journey began when she served as a school prefect at St. Clair's Grammar School, Offa, Kwara State, Nigeria. In the university, she demonstrated her commitment to service by holding various roles such as Treasurer of the Engineering Student Society and member of the Student Union Congress. Service to the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Margaret's service has been exemplary throughout her over 29-year membership with NSE. She rose through the ranks to serve as the first female chairman of the NSE Ikeja branch from 2009 to 2011, leading her team to complete the first phase and moving the branch into its permanent secretariat building named Ralph Alabi Engineering Center. It is also noteworthy that during her tenure, Ikeja branch came first in the NSE branch group dynamics competition. As vice president from 2014 to 2016, she demonstrated her impressive ability to attract partnerships and external support, notably with Samsung. This brought considerable benefits to NSE members and is a testament to her dedication to NSE's goals and visibility. In her commitment to enhancing the physical infrastructure of NSE headquarters, she also facilitated the donation and installation of solar streetlights at the NSE Secretariat by Keynote Nigeria Limited. As a member of the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, APWEN, Margaret served as Assistant General Secretary, Publicity Secretary, Technical Secretary, and General Secretary at various times between 1995 and 2004. Her contribution to its growth remains a benchmark. She has also remained active in the Nigerian Society of Chemical Engineers, serving in notable committees since she joined in 1993. On 9th December 2021, Engineer Margaret Oguntala was elected Deputy President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, the first female to be so elected. While serving in the role from 2022 to 2023, she played a pivotal role in assisting the President in steering the society towards greater heights. Service to all the bodies. Engineer Oguntala's boundless energy, commitment, and exemplary leadership traits have led her to serve in the following capacities: Group Executive Director, Keynote Nigeria Limited, Board Member, Black House Media, Member, 12th Governing Council, Lagos State Polytechnic, Representative of the Southwest Geopolitical Zone on the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, COREN, from 2020 to 2023. Member, College Industry Board of Converted University, OTA, Nigeria, from 2021 to 2023. Member, 11 Governing Council of Lagos State Polytechnic from 2015 to 2019. Council Member, Association of Professional Bodies of Nigeria, APBN, from 2010 to 2014. Chairman, Parent Teachers Association, Oluwole Christ the King Primary School, Ejibo, Lagos, from 2006 to 2010. Publicity Secretary, Nigeria Navy Secondary School, Abeokuta, from 2004 to 2006. Paper presentations, awards, and honors. Margaret is an unparalleled leader who has made groundbreaking contributions to engineering and has been rightfully acknowledged for her exceptional intellect. She has earned over 57 awards, including the prestigious NSE Presidential Award many times and APWEN Innovative Leader Award. Margaret is a tenacious scholar who has confidently presented more than 35 papers demonstrating her unwavering commitment to advancing knowledge in her field. Mentoring. Margaret's career achievements are impressive, but her influence does not stop there. She has coached and mentored numerous individuals, earning her the matron position for the Nigerian University Engineering Students Association, NUESA, and the Association of Campus Journalists. Her leadership skills and compassionate nature has profoundly impacted those she has worked with. Her unwavering commitment to guiding and empowering people is a testament to her exceptional coaching and mentoring abilities. No wonder the Young Engineers Forum has become her stronghold. Service to community. Though Margaret has spent over 37 years building her career and serving her profession, she never lost sight of the need to make an impact in her community. Knowing that charity begins at home, she is a very active member of the Okia Ikbebe group, which caters to the development and welfare of the people of her local community in Oka, Akoko, Ondo State, where she was born. Her invaluable contributions to the overall development of Oka, Akoko has also marked her out as a loving and dedicated daughter of the land. Family and hobbies. Margaret Aino Oguntala is a multi-talented woman. Are Afe Babalola, SAN, aptly describes her as a distinguished woman of substantial substance, recognizing her impressive skills and accomplishments. Her dedication to her family as a supportive wife to Engineer Theophilus Oguntala, FNSE, dutiful mother, and a doting grandmother is admirable. Margaret's interest in acting led her at some point to act in Wale Adenuga's movies, thus reminding us that we can achieve greatness by following our passions and remaining committed to our goals. Margaret's crowning achievement came when she assumed the role of the first female president in the 65-year history of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE, on the 1st of January 2024. Her transformative journey from a dedicated engineer to the first female president of NSE reflects hard work, resilience, and a commitment to advancing engineering and society. As she guides the NSE towards new horizons, her legacy of excellence, mentorship, and innovation.
Orí mi sàn, ayé dàtiwa. The Executive Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Oluseyi Abiodun Makinde, FNSE. The Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by the Special Advisor on Works and Infrastructure, our own Engineer Femi Daramola, FNSE. Honorable Minister of NDDC, Engineer Abubakar Momo, FNSE. The Honorable Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, ably represented. Royal Fathers of the Day, the Olubaka of Oka Land, Oba Yusuf Adebori Adeleye, the Jegun of Ile-Oluji Kingdom, the Andoma of Doma, and other Royal Fathers of the Day here present. Very distinguished guests, fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers here present, my very revered past presidents, presidents and leaders of engineering institutions from all over the world, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to seek your indulgence to start by singing a song with me. Just the first stanza. It will also help you to do some exercise, stretch your legs. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I seek your indulgence to please rise and sing this song with me. To God be the glory. To God be the glory, great things He hath done. So loved He the one that He gave us His Son. Oh, He laid His life and atonement for sin, and open the life gates that all may go. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, let the earth hear His voice. Praise the Lord, let the people rejoice. Oh, come to the Father, to Jesus the Son, and give Him the glory. Praise Him, our God.
Praise the Lord, praise the Lord.
Let the earth hear His voice. Praise the Lord, let the people rejoice. Oh, come to the Father, to Jesus the Son, and give Him the glory. Praise Him, our God. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. Indeed, to God be the glory. Great things He hath done. 27 years ago, when I embarked on my journey within the hallowed halls of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, I could never have envisioned this moment. The notion of leading our noble society as the president, let alone becoming the first female president in our 65-year history, was a distant dream, cast in the realm of unexplored possibilities. Today, as I stand before you, I cannot but thank God, and indeed everyone, who has contributed to shaping my life. This saddle of leadership is a mantle which I accept with humility and purpose. As we take this transformative journey together, my mind is captivated by a single word: rebirthing. Rebirthing is not just a word, it is a beacon guiding us toward new horizons. It resonates with me as a woman and a mother, embodying the spirit of renewal and nurturing. Just as women embrace the responsibility of nurturing and nourishing life, I solemnly pledge to nurture engineering to new heights during my tenure. Hence, I am honored to unveil our theme for the next 2 years: rebirthing the NSE for growth, empowerment, and advancement of engineering in Nigeria. This theme underscores our collective mission, reflecting a commitment to not only continue from the lofty heights to which our past leaders have taken the society, but to propel engineering to soaring new heights. NSE's journey of resilience, progress, and triumph. Your Excellencies, in embarking on this transformative journey, we must acknowledge the rich history that has brought us to this moment. Founded in 1958 by visionary Nigerian graduate engineers and students in the UK, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE, has evolved into a symbol of resilience, progress, and unwavering commitment to engineering excellence. Our history is a testament to the mission set forth by our founders to shift engineering from a tool of British control to an instrument fostering self-reliance among Nigerians. Over the years, the NSE has weathered adversity, emerging as a beacon of progress. From its modest beginning with 40 members in 1959, the NSE has grown exponentially to 63,905 with 86 branches globally and 26 professional institutions operating as divisions within the NSE. We have expanded our capacity for innovation and indeed impact. Internationally, we have represented Nigeria through membership in very critical organizations like the Commonwealth Engineers Council and the World Federation of Engineering Organizations. Serving as the Secretariat of the Federation of African Engineering Organizations, FAEO, we promote collaboration within the African engineering community. Our achievements speak to our commitment to excellence. Hosting the World Engineering Conference on Sustainable Infrastructure in 2014, for instance, pioneering Nigeria's infrastructural report card in 2015, establishing the NSE Smart Innovation Hub for technological advancement. Those are the things that we have done. And in my assumption of office, I see a sense of responsibility and unwavering belief in our collective potential. We begin a new chapter that is inclusive, innovative, and forward-thinking. Our mission is clear: to rebirth the NSE for the growth, empowerment, and advancement of engineering in Nigeria. Let us bridge divides, empower the youth, harness innovation, and advocate for the transformative power of engineering. As your president, I am prepared to be a servant leader, to lead from the front and work tirelessly to achieve our shared goals. Let us be the architects of change, the builders of dreams, and the champions of progress. Together, we will usher in a new era for the NSE that future generations will look upon with admiration and gratitude. Engineering excellence in action. Our strategic priorities. We are on a transformative journey with a clear mission to lead the rebirth of the NSE and elevate engineering in Nigeria. Here is the strategic roadmap outlining our priorities. Number 1, enhancing mandatory professional development. We are prioritizing continuous learning, training, and upskilling of our members. We shall invest in mandatory professional development, ensuring access to quality training and cutting-edge resources. Dedicated platforms will be seamlessly integrated into NSE's network, making professional development a cornerstone. Number 2, advancing technological innovation. We are embracing innovation and technological advancement. We shall encourage research, support startups, and champion engineering solutions to Nigeria's unique challenges. Our goal is to position Nigeria as a hub for engineering. Number 3, empowering VSTEAM. We are prioritizing vocational science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, VSTEAM. Education to empower future leaders. Strategic endowments will support dedicated institutions, ensuring the thriving of VSTEAM education for a generation of STEAM leaders. Number 4, advocacy and collaboration. As stewards of progress, engineers engage with communities and advocate for policies supporting engineering growth. Decades ago, the 15th president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Ifedayo Akintunde, FNSE, lamented in the January 1987 newsletter of the Nigerian engineers. And he said that efforts of engineers over the years often fall on in different years at all levels of leadership. Meaning that over the years we have advocated continuously, and yet our lamentations are falling on deaf ears. And therefore, we shall continue to collaborate with government bodies, industries, academia, and international organizations. And to this end, I hereby charge the government, among others, to implement the grade level 09 entry point for engineers in states of the Federation where they are yet to be effected. To formulate policies that will support and reward engineers. The welfare of engineers is paramount in our hearts. Allowances must be made for such. To execute the Executive Order 5, to implement that with purpose and sincerity. To support Nigerian-made goods and services. To nominate engineers for the policy coordination, evaluation, monitoring, and delivery units, which Mr. President announced in his New Year message on 1st January 2024. To encourage entrepreneurship and provide incentives for small businesses in the extractive industry. To promote STEAM education for more students to pursue careers in engineering, and to create an enabling environment for collaborations between engineering companies and universities for developing new technologies, because no nation can grow without an intentional support of research and development. Our logo, a symbol of unity and pride. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, our beloved NSE logo holds profound symbolism. Circular emblem reflecting our identity, values, and aspirations. At its pinnacle, an airplane soars, showing the spirit of aeronautical engineering and our ability to defy limitations. Beneath, A sturdy bridge symbolizes civil engineering, connecting communities and bridging adversities. Two majestic masts adorned with cables represent electrical engineering, reaching for the heavens and to illuminate our world. The radiant cogwheel at the heart mirrors the sun's energy, symbolizing mechanical engineering as the catalyst of transformation. Inscribed within, Nigerian Society of Engineers, established AD 1958, reminds us of our enduring legacy. Our logo is indeed not just a symbol. It is a promise to uphold engineering excellence, be architects of change, and illuminate the path of progress for Nigeria. Let us at all times honor our emblem, wearing it proudly as a beacon that guides us and unites us in our quest for engineering excellence, charting the path forward to engineering progress. The Margaret Oguntala Presidential Strategic Agenda, MOPSA, unveiled. Esteemed guests and cherished members of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, setting clear focus areas is paramount to guiding our collective efforts. I am delighted to introduce you to a strategic agenda that will underpin our mission, a roadmap which we have aptly named the Margaret Oguntala Presidential Strategic Agenda, or MOPSA for short. MOPSA is not just a set of words, it embodies our vision, rebirthing the NSE for the growth, empowerment, and advancement of engineering in Nigeria. This meticulously crafted blueprint comprises 5 key themes, each addressing crucial aspects of our mission. It is not a standalone effort, but a result of collaborative hard work from our team members who dedicated one whole year, to crafting this comprehensive agenda designed as a living document. MOPSA will guide our shared journey and help achieve our collective goals. Appreciation. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude and appreciation. The journey which we are embarking on today is a collective effort, and I'm acutely aware that it would not be possible without the unwavering support and dedication of countless individuals. And I'd like to start with my mother. To my mother, please rise. The woman who loved and nurtured me. Thank you for being the strong and prayerful woman that you are. I love you. To my #1 cheerleader, the best father that ever lived, my late father, Monsignor Evangelist Anthony Adefarati Miayeni, I remain eternally grateful. You taught me confidence and resilience. To my uncle, my daddy, Reverend Afolabi Olubola, thank you for believing in me enough to steer me towards chemical engineering. I'm very grateful to you. To my children and family, your love, understanding, and sacrifices are the pillars upon which I stand. And to my very beloved husband, you have been my rock, my inspiration, and my refuge. Thank you for always standing by my side and being my source of strength. To my very remarkable mentors, supporters, and promoters who guided and nurtured me, your love, commitment, and belief in our shared vision have brought us to this moment. I am immensely grateful. To the esteemed members of the Margaret Oguntala think tank, MOTT, to the Moat Park and other numerous committees who have played very essential roles in making this investiture ceremony a reality. Your expertise and tireless efforts and contributions have not gone unnoticed. To the esteemed past presidents of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, to the fellows and council members who have graciously shared their wisdom and guidance with me, your collective leadership has set a high standard that I aspire to uphold. I am deeply honored to have your support and counsel. To the President of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the keynote speaker of the day, the President of the 10th Senate, distinguished Senator Goodwill, GCON, FNSE, Speaker House of Representatives, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, my governor, the governor of Ondo State, Honorable Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa, my governor, the executive governor of Oyo State, Governor Oluseyi Abiodun Makinde, FNSA, Royal Fathers of the Day, members of the Diplomatic Corps, President of the World Federation of Engineering Organizations, WFEO, please rise again for recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, I can beat my chest to be the very first president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers whose investiture will be attended by the president of WFEO live. And at no extra cost. I didn't have to fly him from Paris or Dubai or America. Thank you, sir, for doing us so proud. To the president of FAEO, president of WAFIO, the Association of Professional Bodies of Nigeria, leaders of other professional associations in Nigeria, presidents of engineering institutions from other parts of the world, President Kenya, President Ghana, please rise. The President Ghana Institution of Engineers, the President Ghana Institution, Kenya Institution of Engineers, the President Engineering Council of South Africa, the President of the Civil Order of Civil Engineering, Burkina Faso, Engineer Sonia. Permit me to also recognize, bring to her feet the immediate past president of FAEO, the first female president of the Ghana Institution of Engineers, and the first female president of the Federation of African Engineering Organizations. I thank you all for coming. Many of them did not come for our conference, and my president, they had to explain to him that they would rather come for my investiture. I am so honored and grateful to you all. So captains of industries, well-wishers, professional women support groups, APWIN, the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria. I thank God and I bless God for the day that I chose to enter into the office of engineer Mrs. Idiat Aderemi Amusu to attend APWEN meeting after having been hounded by past president of APWEN who made me join Nili Willy, Engineer Nkechi Isigwe, FNSE. I'm sure that you never thought that this day would happen when you were doing all of that. To our beautiful spouses, great engineeresses, please rise. Great engineeresses. I can see you all adorned in your uniform today. Today is your day. The next 2 years are your years. Thank you for your unwavering support. Thank you. And to all those who have graced this occasion with your presence and support and encouragement, you inspire us to strive for excellence. I do the Yoruba traditional kneeling. Thank you. At this moment, I also extend my gratitude to all engineers and professionals present. Your contributions to society and commitment to progress make our world a better place. Conclusion. I would like, in concluding this address, to share with you a profound thought by Henry Ford, which says, and I quote, "Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success." As we come together, as we unite, we commence the journey to progress. Through our unity, we achieve steady progress. And by working together with unwavering dedication, success is inevitable. Our journey is only just beginning, and I'm very excited to walk this path with all of you. May our shared journey be marked by achievements, discoveries, and the boundless spirit of engineering excellence. God bless the Nigerian Society of Engineers. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
We can give a better resounding applause to none other than the 34th President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations, ma'am, and we wish you a highly successful and impactful tenure. Congratulations once again. No, we're doing photo session. Before photo session, I've already told her to wait.
Please be seated.
Thank you for the
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. At this juncture, I would like to invite upstage for a photo session with the President, other dignitaries in this order, please. All right. Her immediate family members, please. Can they come upstage for a photo session? Followed by the Deputy Senate President, the Deputy Senate President, please can the Executive Governors of Ondo and Oyo States join the photo session? Executive Governors.
Photo session now. Okay, let's start.
So after this particular photo session, I will bring up the executive committee members.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
I would like to invite all the National Executive Committee members.
Vice President, representative of the Vice President.
Okay, hold on. Let's do the inauguration first. Inauguration first.
He will. All the National Executive Committee members of the Nigerian Society of Engineers for their inauguration. Please, all the National Executive Committee members of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. We are taking a break. The photo session shall continue after this very important assignment that I'm about to perform. May I call on all elected National Executive Committee members, starting from the Deputy President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Ali Masuya Rabiu, FNSE, FAH, MFR. Vice Presidents, please come out. National Exco members, quickly, please. Please give them a round of applause as they walk up the stage.
This is why no, yes. That's master. Are you an ESCO member? Are you an ESCO member? Go down. Once they will go to we'll call their names now. We are doing this. We make this. Is that why you told me to stand up? Yes, sir. Are you protesting?
At this moment, I'd like to inaugurate the 2024 National Executive Committee of the Nigerian Society of Engineers.
I don't go too close.
Please come close. I will now administer the oath of office on the EXCO members.
No, I can't take it.
Distinguished Executive Committee members, you are charged with the responsibility for overseeing the management and administration of the Society's affairs in the next 1 year, in accordance with the Articles of Association of our great society, the Nigerian Society of Engineers. On this gracious moment, in the presence of all gathered here, I urge you to declare your commitment. And you say after me. When I say I, you say your name. I do solemnly affirm that I shall diligently perform my duties as an executive member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, that as an executive committee member, I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability, faithfully and in accordance with the provisions of the Memorandum and Articles of Association and the visions of the Society, that I will not allow my personal interests to influence my official conduct or my official decisions, that I will, to the best of my ability, preserve, promote the interests of the Society. I will enhance the prestige of the engineering profession and promote the welfare of engineers in Nigeria. I pledge to dutifully carry out all assignments geared towards promoting the vision and mission of the society as assigned to me by the President or Council to the best of my ability. I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal to any person any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall become known to me except as may be required for the due discharge of my duties, and that I will devote myself to the service of the society. So help me God. Congratulations, distinguished executive committee members, for accepting the responsibility to manage and pilot the affairs of our great society in the next 1 year. May God's blessings be with you and guide you to be exemplary leaders in the days to come. Congratulations.
Sign. So, can we sign? Yes. Put your name, sign. Let me
No, I'm going to shake your hand.
You are coming this way?
Yes, sir.
Don't rush, madam. Madam, don't rush. Please take.
Yes, sir.
Madam's alumni member at last week. Yes, please. They want to snap their phone from here.
We already have an order of photograph.
What can you do for us?
You can talk to those people.
Right up.
You can just ask for the TPC. Just go over there, sir. Please, I would like to welcome for a group photograph with the President, the representative of the Vice President of Nigeria. The representative of the Vice President of Nigeria. Please, can you join the President for a group photograph? It's not in the list. It's not in the list. Yes, sir. Ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, can you join the President for a group photograph? The Ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria present, please can you join the President for a group photograph? Thank you, sirs. Please, can we all be seated? Can we all be seated, please? Please, can we all be seated? Thank you. Other photograph sessions will continue later. Please, can we all be seated?
Please, call the past president. Let me call her.
No, she has already said that. Hold on with that. Let me call her. Goodwill messages. Goodwill. That's what the president wants. You have it. No, you have to take it. Okay. Please, I would like to humbly request that we all sit down. Please, can we all be seated? Other photograph sessions will continue later. Please, can we all be seated? Thank you. Can we all be seated? Other photograph sessions will continue later. Thank you. We would like to continue with the program of events, as we would like to take some goodwill messages. The first goodwill message will be taken by the Executive Governor of Ondo State, His Excellency Honorable Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa. Please, I would like to welcome upstage for his goodwill message, the Executive Governor of Ondo State. Can we give him a resounding applause, please? Can we give him a resounding applause? Thank you.
The Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima, who is ably represented by Mr. Sadiq Wanker, Special Advisor to the President on Power and Infrastructure. May I also recognize the President of the Senate, who is ably represented by the Deputy Senate President, Senator Barrow. His Excellency, the Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Oluseyi Makinde, all other dignitaries, kindly permit me to adopt the long protocols of dignitaries that have earlier been established by the earlier speakers so as to save our times, but not without acknowledging our royal fathers. And I will use the royal host of the day, Kabisi, His Imperial Majesty Olubaka of Oka, Oba Adebori Adeleye, you are recognized, sir. And one of the royal father from Ondo State, our Kabisi, the Jagun of Ile-Oluji, Oba Olufadiri Ade Timeyin. Thank you for coming. Ondo State is hugely represented here today, having two royal fathers and members of the Executive Council from Ondo State that have joined me to be here. I will also recognize the Emir of Lafia, my Lord Honorable Justice Sidi Daudi Bage. Thank you for coming to join us. The newly installed president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Margaret Aino Oguntala, FNSE. I recognize you all, the past presidents, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let me once again warmly welcome you all to today's great event, which is the investiture of Engineer Mrs. Margaret Aino Oguntala. Let me also express my profound appreciation to the leadership of the society for the great privilege bestowed on me as one of the special guests in this ceremony. I consider this event a great one for two principal reasons. Firstly, as you are aware, that Engineer Mrs. Margaret Aino Oguntala is the 31st and first ever female president of this great body that has been in existence 65 years ago, even before she was born. Today she's leading the same association. Congratulations. The Nigerian Society of Engineers, being the umbrella body that binds together engineering professionals in the country, is presumably a platform which has usually been dominated by the male engineering counterpart. Hence, the successful emergence of these distinguished women of substance in the keenly contested election is a testimony to the fact that our great country is again recognizing the invaluable contribution of the female gender and the need to encourage and support the emergence of women in leadership roles and in healthy election competition. This is indeed a rare feat that needs to be recognized, commended, and celebrated. Secondly, you may quickly recall, if you have been following the event at the Society of Engineers, how both the local and mass media were agog with reports about the election that produced the new president, and which was even challenged in the court of law until a final settlement was arrived at. I believe that for any reason, for any system to stand the test of time, it must undergo or be subjected to certain degrees of test, such as the cases witnessed recently by this umbrella body. It alludes to that truth that encapsulated in the refining processes of rare minerals, such as gold or silver, that when they pass through fire, they come out better, stronger, and shiner. Besides, they become more expensive, more desirable, and their presence is felt worldwide. And that was exactly what has happened to the newly installed president today. She went through what I would call a refining fire through the process that brought about her emergence. Engineer Mrs. Oguntala is known to be a woman of sterling qualities and substantial substance, and coupled with her vast experience, knowledge, and exposure, I have no doubt that this woman of substance will move the umbrella body to a greater height. And I say kudos to you and congratulations to the Nigerian Society of Engineers. I must leave this with us by saying that a major part of the responsibilities of building the nation of our dream lies mainly upon the shoulders of engineers and technologists. To salvage our economies, all our moribund industries need to be activated. The youth must be redirected from expending their times on social media to looking at possibilities of channeling their strength to gainful adventures, especially in skills development and technology. We must begin to drive programs and processes smartly and electronically, such as our electronic processes at all levels. There is the need for INEC to begin to look more in the direction of holistic electronic enumeration, voting, collation, and a host of others with a view to strengthening our democracy. And the engineers are very important in all of this process. We must begin to look and introduce technology, and will conserve energy and preserve our environment that is already being degraded from dangerous gaseous emission from gasoline and diesel engines of our automobile industries. Therefore, I want to call on all the engineers to help to join and partner with the government in all of these areas. Just like the president was delivering during her address. Once again, I want to say a big congratulations to Engineer Margaret Odutala, FNSC, on her emergence as the first female president of this prestigious Nigerian Society of Engineers. This is a huge honor, not just for you, but also for all the women, for the Nigerian Society of Engineers, for Nigeria at large, and for us in Ondo State. Thank you for listening, and God bless.
Please can we give His Excellency a better round of applause? Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ondo State. We appreciate you. Very quickly, I would like to apologize and recognize the President of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering, ably represented here this morning by Engineer Professor R.A. Bello, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Fellow of the Academy of Engineering. He is the Vice President of the Academy of Engineering. Please can we give him a round of applause? Can we appreciate him better? I understand we're tired, but if we've tarried this far, we'll soon be rounding up. Thank you very much. I would also like to recognize Engineer Professor A. Ogunye, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and Fellow of the Academy of Engineers. He is a past president of the Academy of Engineering. Please give him a round of applause. Engineer Professor Ogunye, please. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you.
We would also like to recognize the presence of Professor Olumuyiwa Odushaya. He's the Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University of Science and Technology. You're welcome, sir. Thank you for making it a date with us today. We also have in our midst Engineer Maxwell Esan. He's the Group Managing Director of Connection Group. Thank you for coming, sir. We also have in our midst Mr. Ayodeji Karim. He's the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Costain West Africa PLC. Thank you for coming, sir. I would like to recognize Engineer Mahmoud Abdulkadir, MNSE. He's the Special Advisor, Engineering Services and Projects, representing the Executive Governor of Bauchi State. You're highly welcome, sir. We also have in our midst Honorable Adams Bulus. He's the Vice Chancellor of the First Technical University, Ibadan. You're welcome, sir. I would also like to recognize Engineer Oyedele. He is the Executive Director Network of the Niger Delta Power Holding. You're welcome, sir. In our midst is Engineer Sule Abdulaziz. He's the Managing Director, CEO of the TCN, represented by Engineer Bello Ahmed. Thank you for coming, sir. I would also like to recognize the presence of Senator Lee Maber, Fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, the distinguished Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
we keep clapping as he comes up? The better you cheer him, the quicker he comes up, and the sooner we leave here. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, ably represented by Alhaji Sadiq Wanka, the Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, distinguished Senator Godswill Akpabio, ably represented by the Deputy Senate President, Senator Barau Jibrin. My own brother, the Executive Governor of Ondo State, His Excellency Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa. Members of the National Assembly here present, honorable ministers that are here, let me specially recognize one of my own, who is also a fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Remi Oseni. He's a member of the House of Representatives. I saw him here. The President newly minted, at least officially invested with the powers of the President of Nigerian Society of Engineers, and also the Chairman in Council, Engineer Margaret Aina Oguntala, FNSC. All immediate past presidents and the executive committee members that have just been inaugurated for 2024. Our royal fathers here present, distinguished VIPs, ladies and gentlemen. Well, before I forget, I want those states. Shewa Wambi, Inyarao. Well, me, I'm from Ibadan. There's a musician that sang in Ibadan. But when Ondo State people, when they want to sing it, what they said is Ingba, Sule. First, let me thank the Nigerian Society of Engineers. On Tuesday, there was a tragic incident in Ibadan, Oyo State. We had an explosion. We lost about 5-6 lives. A lot of properties destroyed. And between Tuesday and today, the Nigerian Society of Engineers Ibadan branch, they led the effort to look at the structural integrity of the houses around the Ground Zero. And as of today, they've carried out integrity tests on at least 13 houses within 50-kilometer radius of the blast site. They've carried out integrity tests on about 40 houses at 100-meter radius. They've carried out integrity tests at 200-meter radius of the black site of about 122 houses, and within 250-meter radius. Houses have been checked. This effort was led by the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Ibadan branch. So I want to say thank you for your response and for standing with us at this hour of our need. Well, as a country, we have something to learn from what we're witnessing here today. Engineer Mrs. Oguntala did not get appointed into this position. She got elected. But a lot of people may not know. They think maybe somebody appointed her. No, she campaigned. She put up a team. They went everywhere. They convinced the engineers. But we are not, first let me say, my Presido, you deserve the position and you earned it. Yesterday morning, I am sure almost 75% of the people in this hall, you were glued to your TV from 9 o'clock. Listening to the Supreme Court judgment on electoral disputes at the governorship level. Well, this is a takeaway from here. She contested, it was an electoral process, and we're not waiting today for Supreme Court to decide who is the actual president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. So let me thank all those who contested with her for the spirit of sportsmanship. And this is a lesson that we have to take away from this place. If it is about service, whoever is the winner, we join up, support that individual so that our country can move forward and we can entrench the spirit of democracy. So I thank the people that contested with her, that you have not started or you're yet to initiate any legal process to retrieve your mandate. And for my president, the 34th president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, let me say congratulations on behalf of myself and the good people of Oyo State. And for the Executive Council, Executive Committee members also for 2024, let me say congratulations to you. We can say, well, the first female president. But that is not the main issue. The main issue is she's qualified, she has the capacity, and she has an agenda. So I will say, I have keyed into your agenda, and I will support that agenda. And finally, let me wish you well. Let me also say that this is just the beginning. And like that quote that you used in finishing your address, you have the beginning, but when we work together, we're moving somewhere. And when we align, we will definitely get to our destination. So I want to pray that you will finish strong, and your tenure will be a landmark in the annals of the presidency of Nigerian Society of Engineers. So thank you and God bless you. Congratulations once again.
Please, a better resounding applause for the Executive Governor of Oyo State. Thank you, Your Excellency. We would like to very quickly recognize the presence of some dignitaries here with us. From the Engineering Council of Ghana, we have the Chairman, Engineer Dr. Kwame Boake. You're welcome, sir. Good to have you here, all the way from Ghana. We also have the Registrar of the Engineering Council of Ghana, Engineer Isaac Bedu. You're welcome, sir. Good to have you here. We also have delegates from the Engineering Council of South Africa, Engineer Railway Butelezi. I hope I'm pronouncing the name well. You're welcome, sir. We also have Engineer TC Madikane. You're welcome, sir. Good to have you, all the way from South Africa. We also have Dr. Bridget Samula. Please, a resounding applause for our foreign delegates. I would also want to recognize the presence of the Vice Chancellor of the First Technical University, Ibadan, Oyo State, none other than Professor Sunday Adeshola Ajayi. He is also here with his amiable wife. You're welcome, sir and ma'am. We also have Mr. Dere Otubu, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. He is the chairman of ECO Disco. You're welcome, sir. In our midst is Engineer Senator Ndubweze Patrick. He is the chairman, Senate Committee on Steel. We appreciate your presence, sir. I would also like to recognize Engineer Ife Oyedele, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. He is the president worldwide of Unilag Alumni Association and also the executive director of the Niger Delta Power Holding Company. Thank you for joining us, sir.
I'd like to very specially recognize, he was earlier recognized, but I'd like to recognize the presence of the President of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, who is none other than Engineer Professor Sadiq Zubair Abubakar. He's a fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and a fellow of the Academy of Engineering. Can you wave at us, please? We welcome you, sir. Thank you for being here. Thank you, sir. Okay, from the Ghana Institution of Engineering, I would like to recognize Engineer Kwambena Bempong. He's the president of the Ghana Institution of Engineering. I'd like to also very specially recognize Engineer Ludwig Hesse. He's the president-elect of the Ghana Institution of Engineering. I'd like to also very specially recognize Engineer Sophia Tijani. She's the vice president of the institution. I'd like to also recognize Ivy David Nyate, executive director of the institution. And lastly, I'd like to recognize Engineer Dr. Enyonam Pena from the Ghana Institution of Engineering. I'd like to also recognize Engineer. Okay, thank you very much. Moving on very quickly, I'd like to invite up for his goodwill message His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu. He's ably represented here this morning by Engineer Olufemi Daramola, fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, and he's a special advisor to the Executive Governor on infrastructure. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause for him as he comes forward. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, permit me to stand on the existing and well-established protocol. I'll be delivering the goodwill message of Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, the Governor of Lagos State. My sincere congratulations to Engineer Margaret Oguntala on her investiture today as the 34th President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. It is heartwarming to know that she will be the first female president in 65 years existence of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. This attainment is indeed historic, and it has clearly shown the outstanding positive contributions of Engineer Oguntala over time to have earned her such a prestigious position in this great society. Her exceptional contributions as the chairman of the Ikeja branch in Lagos had showcased an uncommon spirit of excellence, of trailblazing efforts in a traditionally male-dominated field. She has been a true advocate for the empowerment of women engineers and youth employment. In Lagos State, our infrastructural achievements owe much to the support of professional associations like the NSE. We are committed to sustainable infrastructure, aligning with our vision for a greater Lagos and Africa's model smart city. Our strides in intermodal transportation, including the inaugurated Blue Line and upcoming Red Line, reflect our commitment to a business and tourist-friendly Lagos. As a state, we gladly welcome constructive engagement with the NSE as we collectively strive to build a prosperous and sustainable future for our nation, Nigeria. In this light, I urge the NSE to leverage on Lagos' strategic position as one of the fastest growing economies globally. Once again, hearty congratulations to Engineer Margaret Oguntala on your historic investiture. I wish you a successful tenure, and I encourage you to continue putting in your best for the benefit of our great nation. The agenda you've put out is well noted. I assure you that the Governor of Lagos State will be duly informed, and I assure you of his support. Thank you.
Can we appreciate him better? Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Lagos State. Very quickly, I'd like to recognize in our midst this afternoon the President of the Institution of Engineers of Kenya, Engineer Eric Ohaga. Thank you for coming all the way to Nigeria to honor the Nigerian Society of Engineers. We appreciate you, sir. Board member, FAEO, and immediate past president, WAFEO, Engineer Leslie Alex Aye. Thank you for being here today, Engineer Leslie. We welcome and appreciate you. Engineer Kasawadi Papias Dedeki, FAEO President, we thank you for being here today. We recognize and appreciate you. Thank you for coming all the way. Past President of Institution of Engineers, Rwanda, Engineer Mas Garlian Bol Chedid, the immediate past President, Federation of African Engineering Organizations. Thank you for coming all the way to honor us. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'd like to also recognize very specially the presence of the Executive Governor of Abia State, His Excellency Dr. Alex Oti OFR. He's ably represented here this morning by Abia State Commissioner for Power and Public Utilities, Engineer Ikechukwu Monde. We welcome you, Engineer Ikechukwu Monde. I'd like to also very specially recognize His Excellency the Executive Governor of Plateau State, Barrister Caleb Mufwang. He's ably represented here this morning by Honorable Adams Bulus. Honorable Adams Bulus is the Commissioner for Works, Plateau State. Moving on, I would like to invite for a 2-minute goodwill message. I'm not going down the stage. I'm going to stand back and ensure that 2 minutes is 2 minutes. I'll welcome up for his goodwill message His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Oti, OFR, ably represented by Abia State Commissioner for Power and Public Utilities, Engineer Ike Chukwu Monday. Let's give him a round of applause as he makes his way forward.
Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Shetima, GCON, I will stand on the existing established protocols. I'm here on behalf of the Executive Governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Choma Oti, OFR, to present his goodwill message to the first and 34th, the first female president and 34th president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. As we know, engineering is a profession that promotes development in all sectors of life. And from what we've seen today, this occasion is a remarkable occasion to show that when you work hard, you can always achieve your When you work hard, you can always achieve your goals. And we've seen that live today. Engineer Oguntero, thank you very much, madam, for the hard work, for your commitment to promoting engineering profession in this country. The governor of Abia State wishes you all the best and hope that you will move this association from the height it is to the greatest height, and for Nigerian engineers to be recognized globally. I wish you all the best, and I pray that the Almighty God will guide you throughout your tenure. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for keeping to time. Next up for his goodwill message, it is my singular honor and privilege to invite up to the stage the Honorable Minister of Niger Delta for his 2 minutes goodwill message. Can we have you up here, sir, very quickly? Please give him a round of applause as he comes forward. Let's not be tired, please. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I know that we are all tired, but I'm sure in a very short time we will be riding up. Let me recognize the presence of the Senate President, ably represented by the Deputy Senate President, the Governor of Ondo State and Oyo State here present, the celebrant, Engineer Mrs. Ogutana, all other protocols duly observed. I want to say that I'm highly elated to be here this afternoon to witness a very historic occasion of the investiture of our 34th president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. There's no doubt that this is a very remarkable event in the 65 years of existence of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. And my being very excited is derived from two major plans. One, as a minister in charge of Nigerian Delta, where Engineer Ogutara hails from, and second, as a product of the University of Benin. I'm sure, having listened to her speak, you can see the quality and the products that are being churned out from the University of Benin. And I'm very much proud that she was able to do that. At this juncture, I want to be selfish. Great Uniben! Great Uniben! Thank you very much. I know that quite a number of you are here, and I'm sure having listened to our president, you will feel proud that a quality product has been brought into the saddle of leadership of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. But I want to quickly make a few remarks because in her speech, she was able to roll out so many issues that constitute her agenda for delivery in the next 2 years. And I want to urge her, in order to succeed in her mandate, she needs to work closely with both local, state, and federal governments and in the private sectors. For us in the Niger Delta development, we will encourage her and we work closely with her because we have a lot of challenges in the Niger Delta. And you all know that one of the major challenges in the Niger Delta is the effect of climate change, which has reduced the region to a very poor and sad note. And to this extent, I will want to appeal strongly to the incoming president to have in our agenda on how to constitute a body to work closely with the Niger Delta Ministry in order to mitigate the effect of climate change and also to decarbonize the environment, because over there people inhale a lot of things. You can see the gas flaring, the environment is highly degraded, and to that extent we need professionals to assist us in mitigating the effect of climate change in the Niger Delta region. So I think that is the area the ministry is going to partner with you seriously, and be rest assured that we work with you closely and other professionals. And for me to do that, I have already brought on board to work with me two senior engineers who are working with me closely. So I think you can always reach them for us to map out the strategies on how to collaborate. But there are a few things I really want to make remark on. One, having listened to all those that have spoken, it is still very sad that at the moment we are counting just about 65,000 members of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. An association or a body that has been in existence for the past 65 years. I think the incoming president, you must do something to see that your membership drive has to be properly put in place so that in the next 2 years, by the time you will be leaving office, we will have not less than 10,000, 100,000. I'm saying this against the backdrop of the fact that today, qualified engineers who are outside the Nigerian Society of Engineers are 3 times more than those who are there currently. Therefore, something must be done to see that the process of registration is being made, or rather quickened, to bring on board as many qualified engineers. You and I know that in those days, when we were in University of Benin, we'll be talking of 10,001 students, the entire university students. But today, if you are talking in the University of Benin for a session, you'll be talking of 30,000. So to that very extent, you discover that engineering faculty only in any of these institutions, they churn out as many as 5,000 students. And if you multiply it with the number of universities, you will be rest assured the number of people who are university graduates in engineering who are outside this very body. So you need to do something about it as quickly as possible. Having said all this, I want to say that I'm very proud of you, and I thank you very much, and I'm very grateful that one of us is here, and I can assure you of my cooperation, and also to pray to God to guide you in all your endeavors. Once again, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for keeping to time. Next up, I would like to invite up for her 2-minute goodwill message, the first female managing director of Shell Nigeria, Engineer Eloho Aiboni, fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Let's appreciate her as she comes forward for our goodwill message. Engineer Eloho, can we have you here, please? Your time starts now. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today as a proud witness of history. It is a remarkable moment for me as an engineer. We recognize that breaking barriers and shattering glass ceilings demand courage and perseverance, and many ladies here today can testify to that. We hope that Engineer Oguntola's footstep would inspire young engineers, especially young women, to make their mark in this field and in Nigeria and the world at large. On behalf of the engineering community, I would like to reiterate my heartfelt congratulations to our president and pledge our unwavering support as we collectively work together towards a brighter future for our profession and for our nation. Congratulations and best wishes to Engineer Margaret Aino Oguntola, our first female president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Thank you.
Women are indeed very timely. She stuck to her 2 minutes. Thank you so much. Please give her a round of applause. Thank you. Next up, I'm privileged this morning to call up for his goodwill message, the President of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, none other than Engineer Professor Sadiq Zubair Abubakar, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Fellow Academy of Engineering, Fellow Nigerian Institution of Agricultural Engineers. Please give the President a round of applause.
Do we wait for them?
Nobody will.
Yeah. You cannot talk again. Talk again. No, they have forgotten who is going to talk.
Next up for his goodwill message, the President of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, Engineer Professor Sadiq Zubair Abubakar, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Fellow Academy of Engineering, Fellow Nigerian Institution of Agricultural Engineers. 2 minutes. Thank you, sir.
The President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, other dignitaries present here, the Royal Fathers present here. I would like to, on behalf of the Council of Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria and Nigerian engineering practitioners congratulate our 34th president and the first female president of our great society. We in Koren are very delighted to have one of the council members who graduated to become the deputy president and now making history to become the first female president of our great society in this country. Koren is by no means a partner in the enhancement of engineering practice in Nigeria. And so I would like to assure the new president and her ESCO that Koren is going to do what it takes to improve the quality of engineering practice, looking at all the value chain of engineering, right from training in the universities, polytechnics, polytechnics, and technical colleges, to the industrial training, in mentoring, as well as the practicing. Koren, in doing that, is going to ensure that we partner at the regional and state level with Nigerian Society of Engineers to regulate all the key sectors in our economy. And in doing this, Koren is going to intensify its regulatory activities in the following sectors: oil and gas, mining, power, communications, aviation, construction and building industry, maritime, as well as agro-allied and manufacturing and production sectors. We believe we have the expertise within NSE and the other associations, NATE, NAEC, NICET, and Koren is going to catalyze those residual expertise within these professional bodies, including AKEN, to be able to ensure that we add value to our infrastructural and goods and services delivery in Nigeria. I would like to once again, on behalf of the Council of the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, congratulate our sister, our new president, Engineer Margaret Aina Oguntala, and wish her a very successful and eventful tenure. Thank you, and I wish everybody safe journey back home. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Next up for his goodwill message, I'd like to invite up to the stage His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Plateau State, Barrister Caleb Mufwang, ably represented here this morning by Honorable Adams Bulus, Commissioner for Works, Plateau State. Honorable Adams Bulus, can we have you here, please? Honorable Adams Bulus. A warm round of applause for him, please. Thank you.
Okay. For one of time, let me stand on the already established protocol. I bring greetings to you from the Governor of Plateau State, His Excellency, His Excellency Barrister Caleb Manasseh Mutfang. Incidentally, he just left Abuja yesterday for serious engagement in Jos, and he asked me to facilitate with the first female president of Nigerian Society of Engineers in Nigeria. Madam, I know that this position that God has called you to serve, it is to give you a place where history will reckon with you. The girl child in Nigeria, in civil engineering, engineering in Nigeria, will look up to you as you continue to steer the leadership of this noble profession. I listened to your speech carefully, and I know that you have been called at this particular time for a good reason. And we in Plateau State want to associate with you, and I believe that we'll be looking forward to have you in Plateau State so that you will see the rebirth that our governor is trying to bring about to the good people of Plateau State. I therefore congratulate you and congratulate Nigerian Society of Engineers for finding you worthy to be elected as their first female president. Once more, congratulations, and thank you all for listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies. And next up, for a 1-minute goodwill message, I'd like to call on the Accountant General of the Federation, Mrs. Oluwatoyin Madehin. Please give her a round of applause. Mrs. Oluwatoyin Madehin. Let's have you up here, please. Mrs. Oluwatoyin Madehin. Can we please have some order? Please go and sit down. You'll have enough time to take pictures. If you're standing, you're wrong. Kindly be seated. We'll be ending the program shortly. Kindly be seated, please. This program is still live. I'll therefore appeal that we all sit down in an orderly manner. We'll have enough time to take photographs after the event. I'd like to humbly appeal that we all get seated. Thank you very much. At this point, if you are standing, you are wrong. Next up for his goodwill message, it is my singular honor and privilege to welcome up to the stage the president of the World Federation of Engineering Organization, who is none other than Engineer Mustafa Balarabe Shehu, fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, fellow Academy of Engineering. I'd like to also appeal that all other foreign delegates should join their president as he gives this goodwill message on their behalf. So if you are from Kenya, from Ghana, all the foreign delegates, please come up stage and join your president. Please, a round of applause for the president. Thank you.
Madam President, distinguished Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the global community of engineers, numbering more than 30 million, represented by engineering institutions from more than 100 countries under the umbrella of the World Federation of Engineering Organizations, I want to really congratulate Engineer Margaret Aina Oguntala for this wonderful achievement in attaining the position of the 34th President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. For me, as a former President of NSE, I know Margaret Oguntala very well, because when I was President 12 years ago, she was ESCO member and head of, in charge of publicity and programs of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. And she really did very well as the chairman of publicity and programs of NSE. So the expectations the Nigerian engineers have on her will really be justified, I believe, after 2 years. So all of us are, of course, expecting very high from her, and I believe she will live up to the expectation. And as the WFO president, I also want to congratulate her because she has come at a very unique time, when the global engineering community is being led by Nigeria under my leadership. So more than any other time before, the collaboration and cooperation between NSE and the World Federation of Engineering Organizations need to be better enhanced. And of course, as WFO president, even though my responsibility is global, but my focus has to be on Africa. And it is on that basis, upon my assumption of duty as president of WFO, we established new committees, board committees of the WFO. That is the Africa Projects Committee and the World Engineering Day Committee. The essence of the Africa Project Committee is to have special focus on Africa, because we have some projects under WFO that are Africa-centered, like the UNESCO Engineering Week, Africa Engineering Week, and as well as the Africa Coalition Project, which is being which is being handled by the United Nations. And without this kind of committee, we can find ourselves in a situation whereby some other people who are not very conversant with Africa